Do you ever ask God why things are happening in your life like they are? Why are you going through these trials and tribulations? Well, let me share with you a story that changed my life and that changed the way that I choose to look at life now. You see, like many people, we all have that time, those times and trials that we remember and that we've been through. And some people are probably going through it right now. And I want to share something with you. I want to encourage you, and I want to help you change the way that you see what's happening. A lot of you may have heard about the stories of Jesus healing people. But this story about Jesus healing this man has a lot more to it than just simply Jesus healing this man. And it starts out, and as Jesus passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth. And the disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, that this man, or his parents, that he was born blind? The disciples had already figured up in their heads that he had done something for that to happen to him. And sometimes, we get that way. When we come through a trial that's completely unexpected, a lot of people take it as they've done something wrong and deserved it. Now, there are some things that happen in our lives that we cause upon ourselves, but in this situation and in many situations that people go through, there's really no control over it, and things have happened, such as with this man being born blind. And again, the disciples was asking him, why did this happen? He must have done something wrong, or his parents done something wrong. But when Jesus answered, I want you to listen to what he says. He says, neither has this man sinned, nor his parents, but that the works of God should be made manifest in him. So Jesus not only said that it's not his fault, it's not his parents' fault that this has happened to this man. He said he is this way so I can come to him and manifest the works of God in him. So you might be going through a situation. You might have your family's coming apart, or you might have a financial crisis, or maybe you just want to get closer to God and you don't really know why the situation is going on. Well, it can be the same situation as with this man right here. The reason that you may be going through with this is so that God can prove himself to you. And then it goes on, and this is partial answer to last week's question that says, as long as I am in the world, I am the light of the world. Now, I realize that there's things that we cause to happen to ourselves. If we ingest harmful stuff into our bodies, there's consequences. But there's also times when stuff unexpectedly happens. When we lose a loved one unexpectedly, and disasters strike, such as natural events, such as what's happened across the country. But as I just read, even when we can't control things and we may not understand why certain things are happening, it gives an opportunity for God to come in and prove himself. And that's the way I choose to look. When somebody comes up and tells me they're sick, of course I'm going to pray for them. But instead of them having the attitude that they're not feeling well, I want them to see that it's an opportunity for God to come in and prove himself, to heal them and to help them. And I think if we take that mentality and use it, it just completely changes the way you see the world. You don't see, a divided people. You see people that God can bring together to help. If you have any questions about what I've talked about today, or want to discuss it further, please take an opportunity to message us or comment on what we're doing, and we'd be glad to talk with you. And maybe if we can help you with something that's going on, maybe give you spiritual guidance. But if you enjoy what we do, please take a moment to follow our page on here. We're going to have stuff out every week because we want to help educate people about Christ. And if you give me maybe half a minute, I'll explain what our team is and what we do. As you can tell by the title, we are Green Pond Worship. We started out as a worship team. We just recently took on the name as Green Pond Worship, but we have been blessed with being able to play at several other places as well as here in our home church. And this past year, God had really began dealing with my heart that we should not only worship and minister at those places, but that we need to help educate. That way, we can be there and help people learn about God's Word down the road, even when we're not there present in their own home church or whatever congregation it may be. And that has led us to start shooting these short videos, because honestly it just breaks my heart when people don't know simple things about the Bible. I don't ever want to come across in the wrong way when we do this. We really do this out of the love of our heart, that we want people to know what God's Word actually says, because a lot of stuff we learn for the first time. So again, thank you. We appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful, blessed day, and I hope that this has been able to help somebody who may be going through something. And I want you to know that I pray for y'all.